In a quiet clinic in Japan, a doctor who has lived past 100 years still sees patients every week. Not because he has to, but because he believes most people are aging the wrong way. He says tingling hands, weak legs, stiff joints, and fading balance are not normal aging. They are warning signs, signals that the body's internal support system, especially collagen, is slowly breaking down. And the most surprising part? He believes much of this damage can be reversed with simple everyday foods. Today, you're going to hear what this doctor has taught generations of patients and why his approach to mobility after 60 is now supported by research from Japan and the United States. If you or someone you love has noticed numb fingers, shaky legs, or low energy, stay with me. This could completely change how you see aging. As we grow older, the body produces less collagen every single year. Collagen isn't just about skin. It forms the protective sheaths around nerves, cushions the joints, supports muscles, and helps blood vessels stay flexible. When collagen drops, nerves become irritated, joints lose shock absorption, and muscles weaken faster than they should. This is when tingling starts in the hands and feet, when legs feel heavy after short walks, and when balance feels unreliable. Many people are told this is just getting old, but the doctor says that's not true. Studies from Japanese geriatric clinics and American nutrition research show that collagen loss is directly linked to nerve sensitivity and mobility decline. The body isn't failing, it's starving for the materials it needs to repair itself. The doctor's first recommended snack is something very traditional: bone broth. Slow-simmered bones release collagen, gelatin, glycine, and proline, amino acids that rebuild joint tissue and calm irritated nerves. A small warm cup in the afternoon can reduce stiffness and improve leg strength over time. Next is soft-boiled eggs. The yolk contains nutrients that help the body actually use collagen, not just consume it. Eggs also support muscle signaling, which is critical for steady legs. Then comes natto, a fermented soybean staple in Japan. Natto supports circulation and nutrient absorption, helping collagen reach nerves and joints more effectively. Many older adults notice less tingling in their hands after making it a daily habit. Another powerful snack is sardines or anchovies eaten with the bones. These tiny bones are rich in collagen-supporting minerals like calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium. They strengthen the structure around nerves and joints, improving stability in the legs. The doctor also emphasizes citrus fruit paired with collagen-rich foods. Vitamin C is the key that activates collagen production inside the body. Without it, collagen cannot rebuild properly. A simple orange or kiwi alongside a protein snack can dramatically improve results. If you're finding this helpful so far, this is a great time to click the subscribe button. These insights are shared to help you stay strong, steady, and confident at any age. The sixth snack is tofu with sesame seeds. Tofu provides plant-based amino acids, while sesame seeds supply copper and zinc, minerals essential for collagen formation and nerve repair. This combination is gentle on digestion and perfect for evening meals. Seventh is gelatin-based snacks made from natural sources. Unsweetened gelatin supports joint lubrication and nerve protection, especially when consumed consistently. And finally, green tea. While it doesn't contain collagen itself, its antioxidants protect existing collagen from breaking down, helping preserve mobility and sensation in the hands and legs. The doctor's message is simple but powerful. Aging is not the enemy, neglect is. Tingling hands and weak legs are not final outcomes. They are early signals asking for support. When the body is given the right building blocks, it remembers how to repair itself. Strength returns gradually. Balance improves. Confidence comes back. Start small, one snack a day, one better choice at a time.
because aging well isn't about fighting time. It's about working with your body and giving it what it needs to carry you forward, steady and strong, for many years to come.
And this is what makes the doctor's advice so different from what most people hear. There is no rush, no extreme routine, no expensive supplements being pushed. He reminds his patients that the body responds best to calm consistency. When collagen-rich foods are eaten daily, nerves slowly regain their protective layers, joints begin to feel cushioned again, and muscles respond with better coordination. That faint buzzing in the fingers softens, the heaviness in the legs eases. Small improvements appear first. Standing up feels easier, walking feels steadier, and over time, those small changes stack into real freedom of movement. He also stresses that food works best when paired with gentle movement. Light walking after meals, stretching in the morning, and slow breathing all help nutrients circulate to the areas that need repair. Collagen doesn't work in isolation. It becomes powerful when the body is encouraged to use it. This is why so many of his patients in their 70s, 80s, and beyond regain confidence they thought was gone forever. They stop fearing stairs. They stop worrying about dropping things. They feel present in their bodies again. The lesson here is hopeful. Tingling hands and weak legs are not the end of the story. They are the beginning of awareness. When you listen to your body and nourish it properly, it responds, even later in life. The choices you make today quietly shape how strong, steady, and independent you feel tomorrow. And as this 100-year-old doctor shows us, caring for your body is not about age at all. It's about respect, patience, and giving yourself the chance to move through life with confidence for as long as possible. The doctor often says that the biggest mistake people make is waiting until symptoms become unbearable. By the time tingling turns into numbness or weak legs turn into frequent falls, the body has been asking for help for years. But even then, he has seen remarkable recoveries. He explains that nerves are slow to heal, yet incredibly responsive when they finally receive what they need. Collagen-rich nutrition sends a message of safety to the nervous system, reducing irritation and restoring clearer signals between the brain, hands, and legs. He also warns against relying only on painkillers or quick fixes. These may dull discomfort, but they do nothing to rebuild the inner structure of the body. True recovery comes from strengthening the foundation. This is why traditional Japanese diets, rich in broths, fermented foods, fish, and mineral-dense plants, are linked to longer mobility and fewer nerve issues in old age. Modern research from the U.S. now confirms what these cultures practiced for generations. When collagen support is consistent, the body ages more slowly from the inside. What matters most is starting. Not perfectly, not all at once, just starting. Choose one snack. Make it part of your daily rhythm. Let your body adapt. Over weeks, circulation improves, sensation sharpens, legs feel more reliable beneath you. And with that physical strength comes something just as important, confidence. The confidence to move, to go out, to live fully without constant fear of weakness or instability. This is not a promise of eternal youth. It is something better. It is a promise of dignity, independence, and strength at every stage of life. The body was designed to repair itself when given the right tools. And as this remarkable doctor reminds us, it is never too late to give your body what it has been quietly asking for all along. And perhaps the most powerful part of his message is this: the body never forgets how to heal. Even after decades of neglect, even after years of being told that weakness is inevitable, the cells are still listening. When collagen intake improves, communication inside the body becomes clearer. Nerves fire more smoothly, muscles respond faster, joints move with less resistance.
What once felt like permanent decline begins to feel adjustable, manageable, hopeful. He often shares stories of patients who came to him afraid of falling, afraid of losing independence, afraid that the tingling in their hands meant something was permanently damaged. Months later, those same patients return walking more confidently, gripping objects without fear, standing taller. Not because of a miracle drug, but because they supported their bodies daily with simple, nourishing foods and patient care. This is why he believes education is just as important as nutrition. When people understand what their symptoms mean, fear fades. And when fear fades, the body relaxes, allowing healing to happen more efficiently. Stress tightens nerves. Calm restores them. Eating with intention, moving gently, and trusting the process creates an environment where the body can finally repair what time has worn down. So if your hands tingle, if your legs feel weak, or if balance doesn't feel as steady as it once did, don't ignore it and don't surrender to it either. These are not signs that life is shrinking. They are invitations to care more deeply for yourself. Start with one change, one snack, one mindful habit, because strength is not something you lose with age, it's something you maintain with understanding. And with the right support, your body can carry you forward with stability, confidence, and quiet resilience for many years to come.
And this idea that strength is something you maintain, not something that simply disappears with age, is at the heart of everything the doctor teaches. He explains that the body is constantly rebuilding itself, even in later years. Skin cells renew, gut cells replace themselves, and nerve tissue continues repairing at a slower but steady pace. The problem is not age, the problem is missing raw materials. When collagen and its supporting nutrients are absent, the rebuilding process becomes weak and incomplete. But when those materials are restored, the body resumes its work quietly and efficiently. He emphasizes that tingling and weakness are often early communication signals, not failures. Tingling is the nervous system asking for protection. Weak legs are muscles asking for structure and support. Balance issues are joints and connective tissue asking for reinforcement. When people learn to respond instead of ignore these messages, the outcome changes dramatically. Instead of decline, there is adaptation. Instead of fear, there is understanding. What makes his approach especially powerful is how realistic it is. No drastic routines, no overwhelming lists, just nourishment layered into everyday life. A warm broth instead of a sugary snack, fish with soft bones instead of processed meat, a piece of fruit paired with protein instead of eating it alone. These small decisions create an internal environment where healing becomes possible. Over time, hands feel more responsive, legs feel grounded, movements become smoother and more confident. He also reminds people that patience is part of the process. Nerves do not heal overnight. Collagen does not rebuild in days, but the body keeps track of consistency. Each nourishing choice adds to the repair bank, and one day, often unexpectedly, people notice that they are standing longer without discomfort, walking farther without fatigue, and moving through their day without constantly thinking about their limitations. This is why he never speaks in terms of fighting aging. Fighting creates tension. Support creates resilience. Aging with support allows the body to stay cooperative instead of defensive. And when the body feels supported, it responds with strength, stability, and clarity. So this isn't about chasing youth, it's about preserving function. It's about waking up with confidence in your step, trust in your hands, and calm in your movements. When you give your body what it needs, especially the collagen and nutrients that quietly hold everything together, you give yourself the ability to live fully, independently, and comfortably at every stage of life. And that, according to Japan's oldest doctor, is the true secret to aging well.
The main point is that physical decline is not caused by age alone. The body is always renewing itself, even in older age. Cells in the skin, gut, muscles, and nerves are constantly being repaired and replaced. What changes with age is not the body's ability to heal, but the availability of the materials it needs to do that work. Collagen is one of those critical materials. Collagen acts like internal scaffolding. It supports nerves, cushions joints, strengthens muscles, and keeps tissues connected and stable. When collagen levels drop, the body's repair process becomes weak. Nerves lose their protective layers, which can cause tingling or numbness. Joints lose cushioning, leading to stiffness and instability. Muscles lose structural support, which contributes to weakness in the legs and poor balance. Tingling hands, weak legs, and balance problems are not failures of the body. They are early warning signals. Tingling means nerves are irritated or underprotected. Weak legs mean muscles and connective tissue are no longer receiving enough structural support. Balance issues mean joints and stabilizing tissues are losing resilience. These symptoms are the body asking for reinforcement, not signaling the end of function. The reason small dietary changes matter so much is because collagen rebuilding depends on consistency, not intensity. When collagen-rich foods and supporting nutrients are eaten regularly, the body slowly restores protective layers around nerves and strengthens connective tissue. This improves nerve signaling, muscle coordination, and joint stability over time. The process is gradual, which is why patience is essential. Stress and fear also play a role. When people believe their symptoms are irreversible, the nervous system stays tense. Tension slows healing. Understanding what the body needs reduces fear, allows relaxation, and creates better conditions for repair. Calm, consistent nourishment and gentle movement help nutrients circulate where they are needed most. The core message is not about reversing age or chasing youth. It is about preserving function. When the body receives the right support, especially collagen and its helper nutrients, it can maintain strength, sensation, balance, and independence far longer than most people expect. Aging becomes a process of adaptation rather than decline. Building on this, it's important to understand why collagen affects so many systems at once. Collagen is not a single-purpose nutrient. It forms the connective framework that links muscles to bones, protects nerves, lines blood vessels, and stabilizes joints. When this framework weakens, multiple symptoms appear together: tingling, stiffness, weakness, fatigue, and reduced coordination. That's why treating only one symptom rarely works. The issue isn't isolated, it's structural. Another key point is absorption. Eating collagen alone is not enough. The body must be able to break it down and rebuild it into usable tissue. This is why nutrients like vitamin C, zinc, copper, and adequate protein matter so much. Without them, collagen intake has little effect. This explains why traditional diets that combine broths, fish, vegetables, and fermented foods consistently show better mobility and nerve health in older adults. The nutrients work together, not separately. Movement also acts as a signal. When muscles and joints are gently used, the body directs collagen to those areas. Light walking, stretching, and daily activity tell the body where reinforcement is needed. Without movement, collagen distribution becomes inefficient. This is why even well-nourished people may still feel weak if they remain inactive. Nourishment and motion are partners in repair. Time is another misunderstood factor. Nerve tissue heals slowly because it prioritizes accuracy over speed. This is a protective design. As collagen support improves, nerve signaling becomes clearer and more stable, but this may take weeks or months. The absence of instant results does not mean failure. It means the body is rebuilding correctly. Consistency keeps the process moving forward. Finally, mindset influences physiology more than most people realize. When symptoms are seen as irreversible, people move less, eat poorly, and stay tense. This creates a cycle of decline. When symptoms are understood as signals that can be addressed, behavior naturally changes. People nourish themselves better, move more confidently, and allow the nervous system to relax. This shift alone improves circulation and repair efficiency. In practical terms, this means aging does not automatically lead to loss of sensation, strength, or independence. Decline accelerates when the body lacks support. When collagen and its supporting nutrients are restored, and when movement and calm are reintroduced, the body adapts, function stabilizes, confidence returns. Aging becomes manageable, predictable, and far less frightening, not because time stops, but because the body is finally given what it needs to keep working well.
Imagine a 68-year-old woman who begins to feel tingling in her fingers every morning and weakness in her legs when climbing stairs. She is told it's normal aging, so she ignores it. Over time, she moves less, avoids stairs, and relies more on support. What's actually happening is that declining collagen has reduced the protective covering around her nerves and weakened the connective tissue in her muscles and joints. When she begins adding bone broth, eggs, fish with soft bones, and vitamin C-rich fruit to her daily routine, and takes short walks after meals, the tingling slowly fades, her grip improves, and stairs feel manageable again. The symptoms didn't disappear because she got younger, but because her body finally had the materials it needed to repair itself. Now consider a 72-year-old man who experiences shaky legs and poor balance. He assumes it's muscle loss and tries occasional exercise, but feels sore and gives up. In reality, his joints and connective tissue lack collagen support, so movement feels unstable. When he starts eating collagen-supportive snacks like tofu with sesame seeds, sardines with bones, and gelatin, while walking gently every day, his joints become better cushioned. His nervous system sends clearer signals to his muscles. After a few months, his balance improves and his fear of falling decreases, not from intense workouts, but from restoring internal structure. Another example is a 65-year-old woman with numb fingertips who struggles to button clothes or hold small objects. Tests show no major nerve disease, but the sensation loss continues. This is often due to thinning connective tissue around nerves. When she consistently pairs collagen-rich foods with vitamin C and reduces processed foods that accelerate collagen breakdown, nerve irritation decreases. Over time, sensation sharpens and hand coordination returns. These examples show the same principle in different ways. The body isn't failing randomly, it's responding to shortages. When collagen and supporting nutrients are missing, structure weakens and symptoms appear. When those materials are restored, slowly, consistently, and calmly, the body adapts. Strength improves, sensation returns, confidence follows. This is why the doctor insists that tingling hands and weak legs are not conclusions. They are early messages, and when those messages are answered correctly, the body responds, regardless of age. To expand further, think about the compounding effect of small, consistent actions. One snack a day, like a cup of warm bone broth or a handful of nuts, may seem insignificant at first, but over weeks and months, these small choices supply the body with the amino acids, minerals, and vitamins needed to rebuild collagen. This slow, steady reinforcement strengthens joints, protects nerves, and supports muscle coordination. What once felt fragile,
Wobbly legs, tingling hands, stiffness begins to feel stable and responsive again. Another way to see it is like repairing a house. If the foundation starts to weaken, cracks appear in the walls, doors stick, and floors creak. Ignoring it only makes the problems worse, but adding reinforcement materials and gradually restoring structural support stabilizes the entire building. Similarly, collagen acts as the body's internal foundation. Nourishment, movement, and patience repair that foundation from the inside out. Once it's rebuilt, the rest of the body functions more efficiently. Consistency is the key. Even if improvements are slow, each nourishing snack and gentle movement session contributes to recovery. Over time, the cumulative effect is dramatic. Steadier legs, sharper sensation in the hands, and a stronger sense of confidence in daily life. Importantly, this doesn't require extreme diets or expensive supplements. Simple, natural foods, often already part of traditional diets, are enough to supply the body's repair mechanisms when used regularly. Finally, mindset transforms the process. When people understand that tingling, weakness, and stiffness are signals, not inevitable decline, they move differently. They stand taller, walk with more intention, and approach daily activities with confidence instead of fear. This relaxed, proactive approach further supports circulation, nerve health, and joint function. The combination of nutrition, movement, and calm awareness creates a powerful cycle. The body rebuilds, function improves, and confidence grows, regardless of age. This approach shows that aging is not a sentence to frailty. It is an opportunity to respond wisely to the body's signals, provide it with what it needs, and reclaim strength, balance, and independence, step by step, snack by snack, day by day.